All right, greetings. All is well. Um, Try something different. Just came up with this PowerPoint to go ahead and present this information. I hope that this is useful for someone. It's maybe elementary for some and some for some others. I hope that it's maybe something you didn't think about in detail. However, it's the first of the year, and instead of me going over in depth with some other information, I started to go over goal settings first. I went over goal setting, how to set goals last week. This week, building wealth. I believe that anybody as a part of real estate transactions or business or invest in business need to understand the basics of building wealth. And basically, I'm trying to build a system up for you all that's over the next months, basically this year. I will work my way up into talking more about just the real estate itself. At the end, I'll allow for some Q&A. But for right now, I'm just going to go over the basics for building wealth. Again, last week, we talked about goal setting. I gave you my blueprint, what I did 2019 going to 2020. And I pretty much succeeded all my goals by doing what I said I'm going to do. So it definitely works if you set your goals. Building wealth, why is that important? What are you doing it for? Why is the most important thing? You definitely want to do that. It's definitely a journey. It's not something you're going to do right away, but definitely want to encourage you to control your debt so that you can see it coming. You know what to expect and you know what to do. And after you control your debt, then you can start saving to invest. So right now, a lot of folks go to college and they accumulate a lot of debt, right? And as they accumulate a lot of debt in college, whether it be from buying their first cars, whether it be from the education itself, whether it be from getting their first apartment and moving out early or what have you, things happen. So as you learn to control those debts that you have, you learn to save and invest your money so it can grow faster and exponentially. And then you learn a budget to save. So if you can do those three things, you are pretty much in good shape. Do you believe that's true or false? Do you believe that true or false, what I just said? Put it in the chat box where you think that was true or false. The next few things right here. All right. I'm going to click on this right now. So most millionaires inherit their wealth. True or false? Most millionaires inherit their wealth. All right. True or false? Most millionaires earn more than 500,000 per year. True or false? I see one person participating. Y'all gonna put your answers in the chat box if you don't mind. Find the chat box, put your answers in there for me. This is just something to get you involved as well as to just think about. Right? College graduates earn about twice what their high school graduates earn over 40 years work life. True or false? People who are self-employed rarely becomes millionaires. True or false? All millionaires wear expensive clothes. True or false? Millionaires usually drive new cars. True or false? Many millionaires drop out of college to start work. True or false? It is impossible to save enough to be a millionaire. True or false? Wealth is. All right, so assets minus liability equals your net worth. A lot of folks think that just because you make a lot of money, then you're a millionaire or you're wealthy. However, if you make a lot of money, you got a lot of liability, you got a lot of assets, and you have a lot of liabilities, then your net worth probably be low because at the end of the day, you don't have much, right? So we want to try and balance it out. So assets, and the words of Robert Kiyosaki is anything that bring you money, anything that bring you money, right? Liabilities, anything that costs you money. If you're spending money on it, it costs you money. This may be a trick question for some people. Your car that you drive back and forth to work, is that an asset or a liability? The car that you drive back to work, is that an asset or a liability? Right? The house that you live in, that you personally live in, the house you live in, is that an asset or a liability? Does that house make you money? And does that car make you money? Do you just get paid because you got the car? Right? Do you just get paid because you live in your house? Those are some things to think about. Is that really an asset or really a liability? Right? The answer in short would be as long as you're driving it back and forth to work, yes, it's making you money to back and forth to work, but it's not, it's costing you maintenance, it's costing you tires, it's costing you gas or electric or whatever it's costing you. So it's a liability while you're just driving it on your own back to work. But when you get to work, hey, you're making some money. Got it. A house that you live in, right? Even though it's accumulating equity and even though it's growing in equity, the one you live in ain't making you money right then and there, right? So it's considered a liability while you're living there. Now your rental property is all assets because it's making you money. Somebody bringing that revenue in, all right? And then your net worth, the difference between the total, right? So just think about that. Again, it's not an argument, it's not a fight. You know, everybody try and go back and forth about that, but just understand the concept. Assets make you money, it's making you money, and liabilities costing you money. So we don't take Sandra, right? Her balance sheet. She owed her mother for her extra cell phone, right? $250. Y'all can read stuff. I'm not gonna read it all verbatim. But this, like I said, this is the basis. This is January. Instead of me just taking you fast and putting you through there, need you to start thinking about building wealth. So I'm trying to break it down. We talked about goal setting before, and tonight we're talking about how to build wealth. What's the steps? What are some basic things you can do right now to change your mindset, change some habits, create better habits so you can start building wealth, right? Present value of saving bonds, $150. Balances on the car loan, $1,500. So you can read that, right? You kind of see what kind of going on. It's a high school student. All right. Then you look at Sandra balance sheet. You know, present value of saving balance, $150. Owed to her mom, $250. Saving account for a summer job, $750. Balance on new car, $1,500. Right? You kind of see how the money is. Liabilities, assets, this is the money. They're making money. All this is making money. This right here is costing them money. Right? The difference is $4,600 and 1950. Her net worth is 2650, right? Kind of basic, kind of elementary, but kind of help you get started. Get your mind right, get your assets, think about your stuff. And I hope that you are doing this right now since we're doing taxes, kind of seeing how your money flowing, where your money going, what's actually costing you money, what don't. Because right now is the best time at the beginning of the year to change those things. Using credit wisely. Think about your balance sheet, right? So debt increases your liability. The more debt you have, the more liability you have. Does it increase your asset? Right? Think about your budget. How would the payments affect your budget? What are other spendings will sacrifice to pay off your debts? So your whole goal is to pay your debts down quicker so you won't have to pay as much in interest, right? That's gonna save you a lot of money. Budget to save, right? That's I forgot his name. God, I can't think of his name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue too. The guy that love to say budget to save and invest your money. Man, I think about time I get off. Goals. So we always got to set goals. In order to be successful, you have to set goals. That's one thing that most folks say, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Wants are great, but you need to be do smart goals and set them so that you can go ahead and know what you're trying to do, when you're trying to do it, why you're trying to do it, why is it important to do it, and how much time you got to do it, and make sure you do it, right? Smart, specific goals. You might have a goal to simply increase your net worth, but most people have a more specific goal in mind. Once you get set a goal, you have to evaluate the savings and the income required to achieve the goal. All right, just think about it. Really be considerate. Some of your goals maybe to buy a new car. I know somebody now today called me and said, "Hey, my car had a wreck. It's totaled out. I don't know what to do. I had a lien on the house on the car, and basically the money they're gonna give me is gonna pay off the loan. So I got to start over new. You know, now they got to make a goal to get a new car, and they're a little disturbed because hey, somebody hit them, caused them a problem. So you always got to save a little money or invest your money to save so that if something like that happen, you'll have a, a pocket of money you can go pull from. For high school kids, they may want to go to college, right? And some of you may want to go back to college. I'm getting another master's degree as we speak right now. Um, We got to set goals for that. Maybe you got a young child and you want to buy a used car for them. That's how I plan on buying all my kids' cars through my rental properties. Take a loan out, a line of credit against my rental properties, buy their car, and let the tenant pay it off. Right? That's what I do in real estate with my real estate business. The asset, the house is making me money. I like it, make me some money where I can buy somebody car and pay cash so I can get the great deal. All right, cool. You read through that. So we got Lynn and we got Betty. Let's talk about Lynn and Betty real quick. Financial personality types. So Sam's 2 week budget. With Sam's 2 week budget, we got spending categories, expenses, right? Most of you eat out all the time. These prices have to go up. I'm about to update this PowerPoint because I know that eating out don't cost $60 now. It costs about $100. You're looking at about $50 a plate usually. Yeah, I guess they ain't tipping at all. All right. Movie nights, $40. Yeah, movie is about $100 a night as well. At least that's what my movie nights look like. Buying the doggone popcorn and the drinks and that movie and buying food. Yeah, nah. More than $100, actually, about 150. All right, so football games, snacks, CDs. Okay, y'all can see kind of their expenses at $280. Let's see what kind of changes they can make to make their life a little bit better, right? So if they take instead of eating out for lunch, hey, they start bringing lunch in, $24. That can make them save a little bit of money. Every other week, instead of going to the movies every week, start going every other week. Save $20 then. Um, so you can see the breakdown. You can save up to $170 if you budget to save. Look at some of your habits, change your habits up so that you can make more money. So you can make more money, budget for more money, and after you budget for more money, you most likely can go ahead and invest more money. Or you can double down and pay down your debt. Everybody, I think they call it snowball effect when you kind of like, hey, save this money in one area, take the money you save from another area, pay down debt, the highest interest rate debt first, and then go down. There's several different strategies on how to pay debts down, but you definitely should do one of them. One of them is not just to save, but save to invest. All right, save to invest. Look at I jumped ahead of myself. Save and invest. Build a strong financial foundation first. How much risk are you willing to take? The basics for knowing anything is you have to understand what's your risk levels. If you're a safety person, then if you're doing stocks, you want to do low risk stocks. If you're a person that want to get wealthy fast and make a lot of money, then you want to do high risk stock. But you know what? The higher the risk, the more reasons for it not to make off. You lose a lot more money, bottom line. Think about your time horizon and other factors. If you have time to make money over time, like let's say, hey, I want to invest this year and I have a whole year before I have to worry about the money being back, then you know what? I can invest slowly. But if I want to invest like, hey, I need the money back in 30 days or 60 days, hey, I got to take a higher risk, right? I need to get a high return, high risk, high return. So always look at those options and think about how much you want to get paid and where. So control your debts, right? In order to control your debts, read the fine prints when you're doing credit cards, right? When you're applying for credit cards, do not just go out there and sign up. Hey, here's a credit card. You can save a lot of money on this right now. We're gonna give you 10% save. We'll give you 50% off right now. Guys, the reason why they allow you to save so much, you got to read the fine print. You never know, they may have an annual charge. They may have, I know my platinum, it's my platinum American Express card, that costs $700 a year, right? But you got a lot of memberships. I do fly a lot. I do travel a lot. I get to go into different airport and eat really good buffet style. And if you like beverages, I don't drink like talking about. I will drink, but you can drink all you want and everything. So that $700 pay for itself after I travel so many times and I go eat in those nice places and I go into sit in those lounges they have and everything. All right. APR, the annual percentage rates, you want to pay attention to those things. Do it increase? How soon will it increase? How much is going to increase? How much is it? All right. And your finance charge, do you pay the minimum charge and then they don't charge you? You got 45 days, you got 30 days. People got different stuff. So read the fine print and make sure you understand. Credit reporting companies, credit reports, and credit scores. You can always apply for different ways to know your credit report, which is the next line. Yep. You can go to annualcreditreport.com to kind of know those are the major three reporting companies. You want to keep relationships and understanding about what's new. You can go to any of the, if you go to annualcreditreport.com, you actually get emails and let you know how to control your credit, what to do to fix things. A lot of stuff is in writing. We just don't take out the time. We want to pay somebody thousands of dollars for what you can do. Hey, fix my credit. If you just read your what the direction says, they will tell you how to do all that stuff. And I actually have on my website some stuff if you want to do it yourself to build your credit up that I think we said for $15. So pretty cheap, but I mean you don't have to spend that $15. You can just read and take out time. But if you want a quicker, look at it and know word for word without searching for it, then hey, it's $15. So definitely do that. I definitely encourage people to check their credit report yearly for sure, if not 6 months. On identify theft, right? You want to make sure you know if anybody using your social security number. You want to shred things whenever you get rid of it. You don't want to just, I cut up my credit cards. I kind of rip all my mail up, into not fine pieces, but definitely where my name at and the address is at when thrown away. If you got to shred it. You definitely want to always pull your credit report yearly for sure. And then if you got a system, a monitoring system, then you can check it monthly. I had several monitor systems. I don't keep them that long. Building wealth. And so the way you build wealth, this is, yeah, slide 22. Oh man, that's great. The way you build wealth is you got to control the debts that you have. You got to control what you got going out. You got to control who you owe. I know that it's some religions out there, the Muslim religions, do not believe in debt. They believe in buying everything cash, save up and buy cash. Don't you get debt, don't borrow. When I was doing real estate in North Carolina, I had a young man who's a specialist, and he was like, "Hey, my religion tell me not to do debt." But I'm like, well, I leverage debt. I mean, I do debt. I don't mind. I mean, but that's your religious belief. I don't want you to go against it. That's your practices, right? But you got to control it. You just got to have a way to pay it down. You have to pay it a way to pay it off. Every rental property I get, I know that rental property gonna either I may end up having to pay like $100, maybe $150 top on a front end until they next year when my rent goes up, then they'll be covered. Those my high end properties. They got HOAs and all the extra works to them, right? My low income properties or my moderate income properties, I don't have to worry about that. I know I'm going to cash flow at least 200, 250, 400, $500 on those. It's really simple. It's the ones that's in those nice areas, the nice homes that cost me extra money up front because the amount it costs to get somebody in, they don't want to pay that out the back, right? So they're like, hey, look, I'll pay this amount. And I know that, but I look at it like this. This house costs $600,000. And I put a tenant in that house that's paying, all I'm paying is $150 a month. Let's say 200, let's say worst case scenario. I'm putting $200 in and they're putting and $2,800 in. They ain't paying 3,000. $3,000 is the mortgage that I got on there. They're paying 28. I got a tenant in. I'm paying 200. If I put my money in the stock market, it's not giving me no doggone $2,800 a month. It's not every time I put 200 in, I'm getting 28. Not to mention they're paying my debt down and my equity is growing in my property. The equity is growing and they're paying my debt down. So that same $600,000 house that I have, right, off the Potomac River, that costs $33,000 a month, and I put a tenant there for $2,800 a month so they can be comfortable and they don't want to ever move out because I'm charging a little bit below everybody else, and I'm eating $200 a month, right? However, the house estimated appraised for is $750,000. So I got $150,000 in equity. They're paying down my debt. I'm only putting $200 on for about the first year. After that first year, that raise go up there, I'm gonna break even. That third year they stay in the house, now I'm making more money, and they paid my debt down for 3 years, and now I'm not worried about the house at all. All right. So that's controlling debt again. I am taking a little bit of loss in somebody's eyes. In my eyes, I'm not. I'm winning. I'm winning big time because that's not, you need something to write off. You need something to write off. You need to show you need to write off anyway. So save to invest. As you save your money, if you find a way to eat lunch instead of going out to eat, you find a way, don't entertain yourself every week spending $40 a month. Maybe you use $20 a month instead of 40, right? If you find a way to save that money, invest the difference. I sell life insurance for Primerica Life Insurance. I haven't sold in years, but I have my license and for the sell life insurance. I work Primerica. Primerica said, hey, if a whole life policy costs you this amount, $200 a month, if I can get the same coverage for the next 20 years for half the price, right? So $200 a month, if I can get you for $100, you saving $100. So that $100, I need you to start investing that difference into some kind of investment, right? Now you only need coverage while your kids are young. When you get old enough, you can pass. When you pass, you only need $15,000 in the bank to bury you. You don't need 100 grand to bury you. You don't need 15. Your kids out the house, they're grown. They have their own insurance. So it made sense. I sold $30,000 policies to my people all the time because I said, hey, look, you got 5 kids. All your kids gonna be covered with this policy right here. You're gonna put 100, 200, 500 grand on you, whatever you want to do, right? You put whatever amount on you for 30 years. If something happened to you within 30 years, your kid's gonna be 30 years old. They get paid within that 30. So after 30, you should have money in the bank that they bury you, and then they take the rest of the money or whatever. You don't need insurance when you're 100 years old. You don't need insurance when you're 80 years old. You should not need insurance for death. I mean, for that part, for like that, for death, right? You should just have either burial insurance by that age, or you should have enough money in the bank to bury you. Guys, that's common sense. Why are you just throwing money away? Well, I want somebody to get 100 grand. No, invest your money, buy a house, buy 3, 4 houses, 5, 10 houses, and give them that. Give them that an asset that can make them money. That is my principle. That's what I live by and I believe in. And then you budget to save. You always budget to save. So you save to invest and you budget to save. So guys, that's pretty much the brief, and this is the last slide. If you have any questions, feel free to raise your hand. I'll call on you, unmute you if you want me to, or you want to ask questions there. I am Coach LaTerrence Williams. I have done 26 years, in the military, not all active duty, but 26 years total. I retired. I was a school teacher for a long time before I went back into the military active duty. And then now I'm back in the school system teaching JRTC. And this is the type of stuff that I'm helping these high school students to kind of understand now when they say, nobody taught me finances, nobody said these things. Well, JRTC is all about leadership. So I have free will to teach about leadership and how to be a better citizen. And better citizens know how to manage their money so that they can take care of their family, so the government don't have to take care of them, right? So, and then I'm teaching them how to make wise decisions as leaders should do, right? So I do call myself the mindset coach because I'm trying to change your mindset on some things that we have not been taught or either we taught ourselves. And at this moment in 2025, it's a lot of opportunities going to happen with the new ring of people that's probably coming into office. I'm sure a lot of opportunities for debt to be growing for the United States of America, and also opportunities for you to take advantage of making some money. I learned that when I first moved to the East Coast, quote unquote, because I was in Virginia. But it's really not the East Coast because they said it's South since it's below the Mason-Dixon line. However, they said when Republicans are in office, that's when you make the most money. Guys, it's time for you to get out of your own way. It's time for you to get control of the money you got coming in, control of your debt now, so that you can invest wisely for the next few years, because this is your opportunity to grow your money fast. That's how it works. I did not know it at first. I understand it now. And then when you don't know any better, you can't do better. But once you learn better, you do better. So as long as Republicans are in office, this is the money time. This is when the rich get richer. And if you scared and you hold on your money like that little fist, when you hold money like that, you can't catch no more. You just hold on what you got, right? You can't catch no more. The sun is shining. It's time to get it. Time to get it, guys. So please don't hesitate to take opportunities to invest this the next 4 years. It's going to pay off big dividends. I think the last time I did get in the stock market when Republicans in office, and I made a lot of money in stock office. I couldn't stand stock market, but I made a lot of money in the stock market during that time. So it's opportunities going to knock. For whatever reason, I do not know. Joe is not on the call to talk about why interest rates for housing is still going up and the interest rate for everything else is dropping. I have no idea. I have not been reading about it. I have not been up on that. I've been worried about kids and students and teaching. But I do know that my line of credit right now is like 8% interest rate for one of my LOCs. And for my mortgages on some of my notes on my house is like 8%. And they're going up. They're not going down, they're going up. So it is what it is. I think I got another line of credit like 10% interest rates, which it is what it is. All right. I don't cry over interest rates. I don't. I personally don't. It is what it is. You need some write off. Yeah, all the interest you get to write off anyway. Right. So greed causes problems. But don't everybody, I'm going to say this. It's put on my heart to say this. It irks me when I hear people say the interest rate too high to invest right now. Well, what you think gonna be next year? It's gonna get higher. 9 times 10, it's gonna keep getting higher. So either you're gonna do it now or you're gonna cost more later. I got one of my houses, the house I told you that's $600,000, my interest rate 2.78. I just looked at the my note today, 2.78, but that was in 2021 when I bought that property. My interest rate on other property and another year in 2022, I bought another house that's like 400,000. The interest rate on that is 4.68. So in 1 year, it went from 2.78 to 4.68 in 1 year. So it's not important to about the interest rate. What's important is you get a return on your money, pay your write it off on your taxes, and over time, when the interest rate drop, refinance, refinance, right? Just refinance. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Life goes on. But I'm gonna say this. This is my last thing for real. Seriously, I'm making like a Southern preacher now. Um, I was active duty and I was making 6 figures. I'm a school teacher. I don't make 6 figures no more, right? I don't make that no more. I don't make no more. I'm making 4 figures now. I ain't making no money, right? So at the end of the day, my check dropped tremendously. But because I have all these rental properties, life has not struggled at all. I have been on vacation after vacation. I have went, traveled, traveled, traveled. I have eaten great. I have taken people out. I have paid people bills. I have given out blessings to people because of the rental properties. If I wouldn't have had those rental properties, I would be suffering. I would be suffering coming from 6 figures down to this lousy school check. I'm blessed to have it. I'm appreciative to have it, but it's a big difference in my check each month. I don't even count that money. I don't even count my check from the school system. I do not count that money to pay anything. That money is going to some kind of account that I don't even care about. It's just going there. The money is so petty, right? So I promise you guys, if anybody would have said, would you do real estate again? I would have got in faster. I would have started investing quicker. I would have took more chances early. I had my reason why I couldn't. I did have my reasons, but once I got the opportunity to make a lump sum of money, the first thing I did was bought my first rental property, cash. And from that moment, that property has paid for itself 20 times. So, guys, I'm Coach Terrence Williams. I got this on YouTube channel. Let me see if I can pull a YouTube channel up. It's Investing Now 2021. Yeah, there you go. Let me pull this up. So our YouTube channel, oh, well, yep. YouTube channel is right here. I'm this guy. I do workout every day.
Be great men.
Trying to
Don't have the
pressure
same
people to
struggles
work
that
out a
we
little bit
have.
more
Don't have the same.
for this year. So that's what I got going on too. We do believe in learn, earn, and return. I am not taking on new clients right now. I'm considering it. I got to see how my workload is. I'm in school. I want to give you 100% of my attention. So I am considering probably once I find out my workload, school start this week, then we'll start out with some wholesaling. but that's what we like to teach wholesaling, right? That's the most important piece, and that's how we expect you to get in real estate by wholesaling. And it's really simple. If you want to know the process, you find a seller, you find a buyer, you in between, you make all the money in between, right? They want to sell for this price, they want to buy more than we want to sell for, you make the money in between. I don't understand why people want to be a real estate agent. Oh, you can't see what I'm showing? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me stop sharing and reshare. All right, let's try that now then. I'm sorry. All right, can y'all see it now? This is my website right here. That's it. Wholesaling, real estate, Coach T, Coach Williams. Okay, great deal. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. Wholesaling, this is the steps. We look for what's the wholesaling strategy. We break it down for you. It's really simple. That's the strategy. You the middle person. You find somebody want to sell a property for $100,000. You find a buyer you won't mind buying it for $120,000. You just made $20,000, my friend. Well, a little bit less than that after you pay all the fees in between. Let's say 15,000. Wow, I made $15,000 off one transaction. Facts, facts. You can do that. All right. So that's the strategy. Then we talk about building your team. So we teach you how to build your teams. We find the funding. We find the deals. I don't know if because I'm on the phone, but I just see everyone photo. Oh yeah, you need to swipe it over then. Yeah, if you seen everybody photo, you gotta swipe it over on your Zoom and you can probably go to see the PowerPoint. But nonetheless, that's how we start with wholesaling. And after you get great at wholesaling, you made some money, then we tell you to go bird, right? After you bird, that means you use the money that you made from wholesaling to buy your first investment property. So you just finance your own deals. That's how you do it, right? You finance your own deals. Wholesale, wholesale, wholesale. Make 15 grand, 15 grand, 15 grand. You just got $45,000. Use that money as a down payment on your property. And then, hey, you start working on property with the bank money. And that's how you do it. That's pretty much it, guys. It's not that hard. You try to do it by yourself, it will be that hard. But if you need got help, use us, let us coach you for a little while. Then after you get coached for a little while, then guess what? You go and break off and do it for yourself, and then you go teach other people how to do it, and you make your money back that you got. So that's it. That's all I got for y'all. I really do appreciate you all staying on to the end. I hope this information wasn't too elementary for you. Investing Now 2021 is the website that you can go to if you want to re-look at this. I also got Facebook community out there, Why Wait to Be Great, if you want to go there as well. Uh, Why Wait to Be Great. That's me challenging you. Well, that's my homepage. I don't think that's Why Wait to Be Great, but yeah, that's my homepage. But anyway, um, excuse me, I'm sorry. Why Wait to Be Great is all about wholesaling, fix and flip, burrs, fix and keep, I'm sorry, foreclosures, private lending, fix and flipping, buying, selling, and on and on. I think it's just like that. They're all different books in real estate on how to make money. And I just told you the game plan. Learn from us. I didn't go teach other people. Then come be an educational service after you learn from someone. I do have a couple books out there as well. Why Wait to Be Great. So there you go. Any questions, guys? Drink my water. All right. These calls may go to once a month. I'm thinking about it. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout for it. I may change it up to back once or twice a month. I just started a men group called Blog Business Opportunity, Leadership, and Growth. It's about men working with men to mentor younger men. We trying to do something. I'm trying to put an effort out now that we help the younger males that's coming up. So many males are being raised in single female households. And I'm school teaching now, and I'm seeing that it's definitely affecting these young men. They're being emasculated. So I'm trying to work with other men that would like to share ideas and concept, coaches, preachers, anybody that's working with males, young males. We got to do something to help these kids talk better, see better, and be be masculine, right? They're being emasculated, and we have been emasculated. So we have to go back. So business opportunity, leadership, and growth. I'm gonna give my other Mondays or Tuesdays to them. That's my next initiative I'm doing. But right now, I'm still with real estate. I'm always going to be real estate. I'm just going to cut down how many times I'm teaching this stuff a month. and go to more, hey, how can I help now make the world a better place? That's all I got, guys. I really do appreciate you all staying on this long, and this was a quick, short, simple, to the point. Do you also discuss subject two? So subject two is later on. I'm actually taking, I did have, I do subject two. I have contracts on subject twos as well. I do that. That's when you get to what am I creative financing? That's creative financing, subject to right there. However, that's not a, I don't believe that's a beginning level course. I believe everybody should start wholesaling. Me personally, I ain't saying you can't do it beginning, but that's somebody that's already know what you're doing. And do you know anyone in Richmond specifically I can potentially work with? I have somebody got the real estate license. I don't know if they're still active. She was part of my coaching program. I would kind of have to reach out to her and see if she still got her license. I know she got a real estate license, and she the one that made her first deal. She made 15 grand. She that young lady that made 15 grand on her first deal. So that wasn't no exaggeration. That was actually a situation. So if you want to reach out to me by joining my Why We Be Great Facebook community, perfect. That's where you can get in touch with me, and we can go from there. Or on my YouTube channel, Investing Now. Just give me a little time to reach out, or you can go to LT Williams. All right, that's my personal site. So that's all I got, guys. Any other questions? I can definitely see if she's still in Richmond. She live in the Richmond area for sure. Y'all need to see my email. So you got Investing Now 2021, and you got, hey man, let me get it. What my Why We Be Great at? Groups. Here you go. Nope, that's marketplace. Groups. Why We Be Great. Let me pull that up right quick because I'm all in that one. So Why We Be Great community right here. So goal overachievers. Yeah, I told you I'm military retired. So why this ain't playing live? What the heck? I need to check my stuff because this should be playing live right now. Oh well, whatever. Got it. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. Thank y'all for staying on. I hope wish all y'all well. As of right now, we'll be here next week. See y'all soon.